good morning. Say it.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Oh my gosh, guys. Come on. I know y'all can do better. Ready? Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good job. Okay, so I'm going to tell you the story of the Hedley Kow. Have you ever heard of that?
Mm-mm.
Do you know what a Hedley Kow is?
Mm-mm.
You never heard of a Hedley Kow? Okay, well, let me tell you about it. It is a creature that can shapeshift, and it can turn into anything. It can turn into a pillow. It can turn into a hat. This could be the Hedley Kow. We have no idea. Or it can turn into different animals. It can turn into anything. So have you seen it?
Mm-mm.
Well, how would you know? Ooh, think about that. Okay, so let me tell you the story of Old Lady Margie. Okay? This is interesting. So, Old Lady Margie, her back is stooped over because she has just worked so hard all her life. Okay? So can you picture this? She's worked so hard and her hands are so callous because she's just picked flowers and picked stuff from the fields. So one day she's walking from her home down the road and she's going to pick some stuff for a stew. Maybe that's what it is, right? Maybe she's picking corn. Let's say that, okay? So she's getting the corn and she notices a beautiful pot. But really, it's like all old and dingy and somebody just threw it on the side of the road because they didn't want it anymore. But she's so happy, she says, oh, I can use this pot to put flowers in and put it in my window. So she's really, really happy about it. But before she picks it up, she realizes, she goes like this, all of a sudden it gets really heavy. She goes to pick it up and it's full of gold. Full of gold pieces. What would y'all do if y'all had a whole bunch of gold?
Buy stuff with it.
Buy stuff with it, right? So this old woman who she's worked so hard, she is so thrilled. She says, that's even better. Gold, a whole pot of gold. I can't wait to take it home and use it. I'll never have to work a day in my life again. So that's really good, right? So she gets her shawl, like her little scarf, and she throws it around the pot and she's dragging it up the road because it's so heavy. So, she's just pulling that pot of gold. She's so happy that she found it, but she has to stop and take a break. Whew. Because that is a lot of work, right? But she's good at working hard. So, she looks back at the pot and she realizes it's turned to silver, which isn't as good as gold, right? But she says, oh, thank goodness it is silver and not gold. Because if I had a bunch of gold, all of the thieves in the area would want to take it from me. So she's still happy that it's silver, even though she could have used the gold. And she was happy before with the flower pot. So anyway, so she gets her shawl again, and she drags it around, and she's trying to drag it up to her house. It's still so heavy. Oh man, she's just pulling it down the road, and her house is like right up there. But then she has to stop and take a break. Whew. Because it is just really heavy, and she's got to take a breath. And so she turns back and she looks at the pot of silver, and it's turned into a clump of iron. A clump of iron, guys. So you would think that she'd be unhappy about it, but she wasn't. She was just thrilled. She said, oh my goodness, this clump of iron can prop my door open. I have been looking for something like this. So even though she could have used the silver, she was happy with the clump of iron. So she says, well, this is just perfect. This will be just perfect to prop my door open. So she keeps dragging it. Oh my goodness, it's so heavy. And she makes it home. And there's her door. And she opens the door and she goes to prop it open with the clump of iron. But the clump of iron grows legs and runs away laughing. What do you think it was?
A big monster.
It was the Hedley Kow. Remember the creature I told you about? They can turn into anything. That's why I kept changing, right? So it runs away and it's laughing at her. How would you feel if that happened?
Sad.
You would feel sad? That's what you would think. But this woman was so happy because she said, even though she could have used the flower pot, she was happy with the gold. Even though she could have really used the gold, she was happy with the silver. Even though she could have used the silver, she was happy with the lump of iron. And even though she could have used the lump of iron to prop her door open, she was still happy that she got to see the Hedley Kow. She said, I am just the luckiest woman in the world since I got to see the Hedley Kow with these old eyes. So that's pretty good, right? She's happy. So that just shows you to be grateful, right?